Hi, welcome to Artistry Collaborative. My name is JoAnn and I am so glad you're here today. If you're new to my channel, well, I hope you like what you see and become a subscriber because I would love for you to join my YouTube family. Just hit the subscribe button and click on the bell and that'll tell you every time I upload a new video. I try to do 2 to 3 a week, so there's lots and lots of tutorials. And to my subscribers, well, you know I love you so much, and your comments just make my day. So here at Artistry Collaborative, we love to inspire creativity. It is my one passion, one of my many passions, but it's my biggest passion, is to help you to tap into that creativity that's just dying to come out. We use a lot of Dollar Tree items, but we use whatever we can find. I'm really huge on repurposing things. So today, we are creating this shelf. And all this wood was donated to me by my brother-in-law. So I've got a stack and I'm trying to use it up. And so I came up with this idea. The birdhouses you can find at the Dollar Tree. The beads are from the Dollar Tree. You can find the paint at the Dollar Tree. It can be done. So as we say at Artistry Collaborative, we are the home of Try Lab because all we want you to do is try. So let's try this together. Looking through, well, like I said, I've been organizing like crazy and I have so much wood from my brother-in-law. It's crazy. And I'm like, what am I going to do with all this wood? And so I was looking through wood projects last night on Pinterest, and they had this cute little fence, jagged fence. And then I thought, I really wanted to play today. I really need to just, I mean, I play every time I do this, but some of it, you know, I question a lot. But this one I'm just going to play with all kinds of things, beads. And so this is from the Dollar Tree, but these are from, I'm pretty sure this was from AC Moore, and my daughter made me this one a while back. And so these are going to go on the fence, and then I'm going to put a shelf, and so it'll be a cute little spring shelf. Now I was going to do spring colors, so I was going to use these Martha Stewart Pearl paints, and you can certainly paint this, but then I wanted some patterns, so then I was going to cut out scrap paper, but instead of measuring everything, I thought, JoAnn, give yourself a break, you want to have fun. So immediately these two jumped out at me, totally not in my, like, if you've been watching me for a while, you know my colors are lavender, purples, teals. So yellow and blue, not usually my palette, but I really like those two. So then I went through my stash of napkins, which is extensive, and I thought this would make it really springy too. I may change my mind. I did find these speckled eggs, but I would have to cut out all these eggs, these nests. You know, I may go with that. Welcome to my world. So you need to prep your napkins, and so like I said in the previous, I think it was the previous, no, two videos ago, you just separate all the plies like so, and you don't throw these away because you can spray them with ink and they're beautiful, and you can use that too. And then if it's a 3-ply napkin, you want to take off. Now I think that one had one already taken off. Nope. And see, it just pulls it right up. Very easy. So I'm going to go and prep all my napkins. So for this, because I'm going to use different little sections, what you need to do is just take a paintbrush with water and go outside the section that you want, and then it will just easily tear. And don't worry about the jagged edges, because for some reason with napkins, when you do that, it works really, really well. So I'm just going to Mod Podge a whole bunch of these. I'm sure it's going to look like a bird's nest on a bird's on a birdhouse, but I like the colors. I think the colors are going to work well with these. Yeah, I think the other one is just a little too pinky. So I'm just going around and going to take all these out. Now these, we can just place it down on the Mod Podge and then cut around it because it's one solid piece. We're just doing this because, you know, we don't want all that white. We want the blue and the, I think I may even take this part for filler. Alright, so I'll keep doing this, and when I'm done, I'll be back. Okay, so obviously this is a wind chime, but we're not going to use it as such. So I'm just going to cut these off, and of course we will save them because I save everything. It is unbelievable the stuff that I save. Okay, and it's not going to hang either. It could hang. I could have one hang. Yeah, I might do that. Alright, we'll hold on to that. And then this one is from the Dollar Tree. It had a, oh no, this one is not from the Dollar Tree. This one's from the Dollar Tree. This one had a, it was on like a pick. I think these were from AC Moore too. Boy, do I miss that store. And then this is from the Dollar Tree, and it's fine the way it is. So this is the biggest one. So all I'm going to do is, no, this is not what I want. This is what I want. Is put some Mod Podge on here and spread it around. Need to clean this brush a little bit. Now you can lay it like just flat. I don't have a lot of this napkin, so I have to be very conservative. But you can just lay it down. And put some glue over it. It will wrinkle. You're not going to get the wrinkles out. But that doesn't bother me. I hope it doesn't bother you. Okay. Then you can loosely trim it for now. And then once it's dry, we will trim it with the X-Acto knife. But you can easily just bring this right around to this side. That's okay. Now I'm going to do the back, even though you might not see it, but I'd rather have it done and, you know, cover it up than not do it and it shows. So I'm just bringing this over and bringing that like that, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And like that. And now I'm just going to keep piecing. Let's do the back side because that's the biggest. area. Don't worry about if it's extra. Again, we're going to trim it, so it's fine. And we're going to put trims on this. We're going to just doll it right up. So don't worry. Accessories hide a lot of flaws. Oh, all right. And then I'm just going to like take a little piece. Put it up there. See, this is what I mean by it being so much easier than paper. With paper, is not so forgiving. You've got to be more exact with the paper. But, you know, if you like to cut, by all means, use scrap paper. But I just thought this might be an easier way. And I've got so many napkins, and I want to use them. I'm using my stuff. Although, I have to confess, I went to the Dollar Tree today and found some cool stuff. They're just really upping their craft game, man. And I saw this woman, I believe she's from Canada, because she had stuff at her Dollar Tree that I had never seen. So, yeah. Pretty amazing. I see another little spot. Now, I want to do it on this one. This one is so little. Maybe I should paint it. I don't know. Well, let's try it. I'm going to cut it up into little bits and pieces. So you're really not going to be able to see that it's a nest with eggs in it. I don't know if you could tell that I'm not myself. I went and visited my sister today, and we're just missing my mom. It just doesn't seem real. You know, we didn't have a normal funeral, and it just doesn't, I don't believe it, you know. So, yeah. When they say it's to, you know, the reason for funerals is for closure, it really makes sense, because I don't feel like I got closure with my mom. And the fact that we couldn't see her and for months, you know, it, yeah. You know. Well, I hope you don't know, but I'm sure you can imagine. Alright, so I'm going to just put these little pieces all over here. Alright, so to cover the roof, you could paint it, you could use the paper. When I do my when I make these for fairy gardens, I like to put beads on them. And these come from the Dollar Tree. These are the 3 colors. It's like a teal, a rose color, and like a greenish gold. And I'm not going to use the pink, but the green and the teal kind of go. So I'm going to show you what I do. I also have some other beads here. There's like this blue I might use. Now again, this is probably tedious to most people. You know, slap some paint on there and be done with it. But I don't know. I enjoy working with little tiny things. So I think that this is going to go on here because it has the green, and then maybe I should do this and do this on this one. Yeah. So I'm going to just put a base coat of a very light yellow underneath it, just so that it's covered. and then we will hot glue the beads on. And again, you could just paint this a simple color, or you could have fun and maybe like paint it and then like put dots, polka dots on it or something. Of course, this has a pattern on the thing, so you maybe don't want to do that. You could, I don't know, experiment. You know, if you paint and you don't like it, you can just paint over it. That's why gesso is really great, because gesso covers stuff really, really, really well. So, change of plans again. I painted this one with the truffle from Waverly, just because I wanted to give it a base coat. This one I'm going to use both colors on here, and I think I may just highlight that because I don't think the beads will work since it's already, and it's pretty, it's scalloped, it's pretty, so let's leave it alone. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of hot glue, and I want to go every other one. So you can't put too much hot glue, obviously, because it will harden and then you can't get it in. Trying to hide the holes in the bead. And on this one, which is the Dollar Tree one, the beads fit perfect. Let's see, this dried before I got there, so we gotta redo it. Now, I like things to be off a little bit, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue here, but I'm going to, you know, change up the colors. I mean, it's the same two colors, but of course I started with green, we're going to go with teal, but I put it out a little bit so that it doesn't just line up. You know, I want it to come over the edge a little bit so that it's not straight lines. I didn't want a straight line. Then we're just gonna keep going all the way. And try not to stick your finger in there. Then this one I'm gonna come in a little bit. And we'll go back with the green and the blue and the green and just keep going. Alright, so I'm going to finish this and I'll be back. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the beads. I absolutely love it. I just put them also in the front. And I'm probably say this 3,000 times, but if you have the hot glue strings, all you need to do is get your blow dryer and blow dry it and they disappear. So for this one, I found that I had some fabric paint, puffy paint, and I am just going to make a little decoration. I'm going to keep it the way it is. Okay. So I am just going to follow the scalloped edge. I'm also going to go here And then I'm just going to put little dots. Like so. Alright, so I'm going to do that and I'll be back. Okay, so that's what that one looks like. And I think for this one, I'm going to keep it relatively simple. And I think I'm just going to put this same color beads just along the top. So, unless I do it, yeah, see, I change my mind all the time. That's the wrong one. Okay, and then this is this little guy. So we're going to wait for this, well, that one to dry. But in the meantime, because we're still going to decorate these a little bit more, in the meantime, we are going to make the back of the fence. So as you can see, they're all different pieces of wood, but they're all the same width. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean them first. And I want them all different, you know, up and down. And so it looks like, I don't know what it looks like, but and I'm going to glue them with wood glue. But I think before that I need to clean them and then we're going to paint them. I have no idea. I know I want some color on here, but I don't know what. So let me clean them and I'll be back. So I think this is what I'm going to do. And then this is going to come across like this. Now, again, this is all scrap wood that my brother-in-law gave me. And at first I thought, oh, I should use this. It gives you 2 levels, and then this could be like a plate. But it starts off thinner and gets much wider, and so it's too funky. So it's going to go this way. So now, what colors to do? I don't know. Okay, so just for the heck of it, I took out the Waverly chalks that I had, and they kind of go together. They kind of work with that color palette, so we're going to try it out. We're just going to do 2 of the ivory and the rest 1 each. So yeah. As you can see, I haven't even opened this paint yet, so I don't know. This one's called Agave, and I guess I got all of these from Walmart. So I'm just going to put a little in I'm going to put a little bit in here, and I'm going to water it down because I do want the wood to come through. And then I am just going to cover the entire. And again, this is an experiment. I can't emphasize that enough. If I don't like it, I will paint it all a different color. But we will see. So, yeah, we just want it to be a wash. So the colors I have are agave, mineral, ivory, hazelnut, and celery. So we will see what happens. I don't know how that navy's going to work. We may have to switch it out. I don't know. But I'm just going to keep. You see, it's very, very watery. Soaks right into the wood. And of course, if this wasn't to just use up scraps, I would probably want all my wood cut the grain the same way and all of that. But this is just a, you know, keeping it from the dump kind of thing. So it's a very pretty color. I like it a lot. I may have to buy it in the bigger container. I guess this Waverly paint, the only way you can get it is either maybe Amazon or Walmart. So, and they don't have any coupons. I love my coupons. Yeah, I'm very disappointed with Michael's and their coupon situations. But, oh well. Okay, so I'm just going to go, and like I said, I'm going to do each board in one color, and I'm going to do 2 of the ivory. And we'll see how this looks. Okay, so this is what the boards look like all put together. And now we have to attach this. And because this piece has this taken out, I have to put the bracket. These are called L brackets for obvious reasons. And I got them off of an old desk that I was throwing away. So I just measured equally, and I'm putting it on this section, but obviously normally this would be a whole piece. So yeah. All right, then we're gonna attach it on here. Okay, because it's uneven, it comes with its own challenges, but basically what I want to do is just get where this is going to go, and I want it to be level. So I just want to So now I'm going to line this up. Like so. And attach. With the screws. And just to make sure that it's level. And there's the shelf. All right, now we need to attach the birdhouses. So now I'm going to play around with where I want the birdhouses. Like, do I want this to sit up there? And the other one I'm going to have hang. I'm going to make a hole. And then the little one could sit up here. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we're going to play with this. Okay, so these are the 3 birdhouses. This one I went back over it with the truffle paint and then dry brushed it with the celery because it was just too bright. I didn't like it. So now I'm just putting a little bit of this sticky back sheet moss, but you can get sheets of sheet moss at Dollar Tree, and you just have to put hot glue on the back of it. But this one doesn't need it, but this one I already did, and then this one I'm putting it on. So I'm just cutting a small piece and then peeling it and putting it on around the edge. Now, this is fine the way it is, but I like to doll things up. And these I made with, it's actually liquid Sculpey, and I poured it in a mold and made that. And I just think that that's going to look absolutely adorable right there. So I'm going to put that there. And then I just got this bird from the Dollar Tree, and I colored it in with some alcohol ink markers. I did blue on the breasts and gold, and that's going to go right on the landing, if you want to call it that. And then I found in my stash, and again, look through your stash, look through your jewelry, you'd be surprised what you have. This was actually from a little package of buttons, and it's just a little vine, and I'm gonna glue that onto that one. And then I thought I would put this on here like that to doll it up. And then I have a smaller one of these. I guess that's a floral egg, or very similar. That one's going to go on there. Then I'm going to see if I can find a couple of ladybugs. I did find a butterfly. Here's my butterfly. So I may put a butterfly on here. So just doll them up a little bit. Okay, so I am definitely going to have this hanging. And what I'm going to use is a Dollar Tree stump. And so in order to make this go easier, I am going to drill a hole, and then I'm going to drill somewhat into the stump so that I can easily get this screw to go in. I thought I had a wider bit here. I'll try this one. If not, I'm going to have to find that wider bit. Not going the wrong way, Joss. Alright. Am I going the wrong way? Come on. Alright, so I'm going to just drill a hole here. Okay. And then I'm going to drill a hole in this. Not all the way, just to get it started. Now I'm going to switch this out and put in the screw bit. And what I'm going to do is take the screw, this one's the shorter one, I want the longer one. Put it through here. going to line up this with the hole I started. Perfect. Perfect. Could even tighten it up a little bit. And then this is going to hang off of this. How freaking cute is that? Darling. Alright. And I just wanted to show you that I added the flower and the butterfly. Put this on here. Put that stuff I made from Sculpty. Now I'm thinking if I put this here or put it here, I could even put it here. I think I want to make a little platform. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking some tongue depressors from the Dollar Tree and just think I'm going to use 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I'll take this down. And let's cut them. You can cut these with scissors. Yeah. Okay. So cut these with scissors. Actually, if I was smart about it, I would have. Oh, pretty even. What do you know? Okay. Alright, so we have all 4. And you can glue those together. Or you could put one along the bottom to keep it together. Okay, so I decided actually to put some of the grass on here. And as you can see, I painted the bottom of it celery to match here. And this has to be glued like that because you've got the little barrier from the thing. So I'm going to use some hot glue, but I'm also going to use some Gorilla Glue. Say that 3 times fast. Okay, so I'm going to put some of this, and I'm going to put some of this. Just a little dab will do ya. And I'm just going to hold it there. Now, I did leak a little bit of glue. Gluing these boards together, what I did was do these 2 and these 2 and those 2, and then I glued them all together. So I did it in stages, which is why it took me so long to get this video to you. But if you have the means to put them together, you know, just be careful of the glue. Because it will show on the wood. I may do something else. I may stencil. Actually, I just bought these rub-ons from Dollar Tree that I may have to put on here. Alright, and then I'm going to hot glue and do the same with the Gorilla Glue and this on that. Put hot glue around the edge. And then I'm going to put this right on here, and I'm going to just hold it. I don't even have to because it's leaning against there. And this is going to hang, and then this one I think I am just going to put. And by the way, I didn't know if I showed you, I found this little bird. I got this from Alpha Stamps. They have little miniatures. Just so cute. So I put that on there. I didn't know if I had shown you all the things that I added. I don't know if I want this way over here. I think I do. Way up here. But what I'm going to do is, again, put some Gorilla Glue. Put some hot glue. then put this right there. And we will let this dry. This is what I had picked up today. I really, really like it. But I was thinking this wood might be a little too coarse for a rub-on. So then I thought, well, I could stamp on it. And I could, except I don't have an ivy, viney kind of stamp. So, I am going to paint some vines. I've been thinking about this a lot. I want to introduce you guys to more painting techniques. I don't know if you're interested in that, but it's fun. But this is just an angled brush. Got it at the Dollar Tree, I'm sure. And I'm just going to run a little vine, just sway. And I'm mixing colors. This is Folk Art Forest Moss. This is Grass Green from Folk Art. And this is Holiday Green from Deco Art. And again, these are old paints, you know. And then you just go in and just like that. You're doing the vine. So you're doing the leaves. Nothing too terribly difficult or challenging. Okay? And so I just thought I would add a little bit of this. First of all, to cover up my glue. You know, this is what makes you creative. Your mistakes are what makes you creative. You have to think outside the box. So here I am thinking. But yeah. Now this one needs a little darker vine because it's kind of blending in with the green of the board. And I don't really like that. And again, if you want to put flowers on these, you could add some, you know, flowers. I've noticed in the stickers at Dollar Tree, they're coming out with flowers, colored flowers. Well, they're just small. But you could also get an ink or a paint, and like they have white ones, so you could paint them any color you want. So, yeah. And then, you know, I like vines to just go a little crazy. So we'll do some here. We'll do some here. Now I can go a little crazy with stuff and get carried away. I'm going to try not to do that. But, you know, I would just like to add a little bit here and a little bit there. A little bit country. Then what I like to do is take a really small round brush, sort of like this. Sometimes I'll wet it. And then go in. You want it really watery. And then just go in and make some tendrils. I really, really love tendrils. And they're just swirls. You've made swirls before. You know how to do it. And I mean, if you're that leery, pencil it in and then follow the line. It really, again, I saw this woman on Facebook. I belong to several, you know, Dollar Tree crafting things, and she said she bought all this stuff, but she just can't bring herself to craft. And people, you need to get out of your own way. You really do. Stop with the high expectations. Enjoy it. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to give you agita, you know? So, just, it's not, I always say it's not brain surgery. No one's going to die if you mess up. It's, you know, a few dollars. And, you know, if it really frustrates you, put it aside, do something else, come back to it. You know, might have new inspirations, you might get new ideas. like me finding those stickers today, and it made me think, oh, I should put a little bit of, you know, vine on here. It needed something, you know. The hard part is about doing these big projects is I can't see them, you know. But that's all. That's all I think that it needs. It's just a little bit of, a little dab will do ya. I hope that you like this. I'm really, you know, pulling out all the stops as far as finding stuff that I have in my stash and want to just use it. I want to use it. And, you know, if you don't have scrap wood, I hear you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and they have a lot of it. It's either very cheap or they'll give it to you. You could also go to like Habitat for Humanity. A lot of times they have places where you can buy, you know, pieces of wood really, really cheap. You can use Dollar Tree signs and just put them together. That would work too. So again, thank you so much. I so appreciate your patronage and your comments, and I just am thrilled, and I want this new year to be fabulous. And I'm also thinking about bringing back my one-woman show called Ask Mama. I think I'm going to put her on YouTube. There'll be more information about that, but she's a wild character, an old Italian lady with a lot of wisdom and a lot of spunk. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But anyway, thank you so much. I got one post on Instagram this week. I'm going to get better, I promise. But please enjoy, be well, and keep on creating.